see. Oh, we have a new match immediately versus Togric. Alright. Let's face up versus Togric. I think we played before against him. Once, and he left. So yeah, let's see him in the match. Absolutely smashed the hard AI. Can't even beat medium AI consistently. Well, you probably don't have like 1,000 games in this game, unlike me. Hey Shadow Knight, welcome. Hope you had a good good New Year. ABQ also a lot of some of the old names here, some of the new ones. Welcome everybody. I wish all of you a happy New Year. May it be, I don't know, may it be better or equal, or I don't know. May it be pleasant, depending on how your last year was. Like for me personally, 2021 wasn't even really that bad. Had its ups and downs, but was alright. Could be better, could be worse. I mean, yeah, in general, there was this thing going around the last 2 years that made it a little bit sucky, but for me personally, at least, it was alright. Some personal ups. A general down maybe, but yeah, trying to cope with that. Hello, my friend. That's nice of him. Let's see what he will take, or let's take a look at the leaders and wonders first. This game we have a lot of maze.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Happy New Year to you too.
Shadow Knight, thank you very much for the 15 month. Nice to have you here. Hard to imagine him not taking the pyramids here, and he does exactly that, so yeah. I mean, we can get the Acropolis then later. I think I'm gonna go Alex and Urban Growth here. Yeah. And there's Acropolis, we can still go for that. Let's take another look here. What did we... Again, no Shakespeare, no Bach. Pierre is here, Marlene is here again. Darwin. Joan of Arc, some MAs. Suez Canal, and Cook, and Isabella. Oceanliner as well. Alright, alright. Okay. So we don't have a wonder, but maybe that's no problem yet. Sometimes not having a wonder messes up your early turns, and you have to grab too many yellow cards, which you don't like in HA, because they suck. I'd rather do something useful. Okay, he goes Cleo, will go for an early Pyramids. Okay, he maybe wants the Dream, Pyramids and Acropolis. Is he actually threatening that? Maybe he is. Do I really have to grab Acropolis now? No, I can just leave it on 2 if I don't touch the row. But again, get a super early Machu Picchu. And that is a strong combo. Machu Picchu and Pyramids are a great combo. And you will go for that. Okay. I think I want the rain. Yeah, we have Acropolis. And here we have to take the religion. I mean, trade routes is also really strong. But especially with Isabella, with Joan of Arc and Acropolis, there's a lot of extra value in the free religion. Why are those two wonders a good combo? Well, one of the biggest problems you have with the Machu Picchu, which in general is a very strong wonder, but you sometimes have the problem that you have too many rocks, too much food. You in general have too many resources you have to spend. And if you have extra civil actions, it's a lot easier to spend those. Oh, we missed out on the free warrior. We missed out on the free warrior. Maybe you can play new deposits and get and pop before that. Development of civil life or settlement can give us the extra pop. Yeah. But yeah, that's why these two wonders are great together. Machu Picchu gives you all the rocks which you need to spend, but Pyramids gives you the civil action to spend those extra rocks. And he starts building on that. Okay. Printing press and rich land, also not bad. Yeah, I think I want to try to get the free population for the warrior. We do get it, nice. So, oh no, we don't get it. Right, the way this works here is we first... Ah, damn. Well, you learn something new every day. Breakthrough is a great card here. Monarchy is also great once we finish the Acropolis. Oh, I don't touch throw, then we could get code. This is also a lot of value. We can still get the monarchy if he doesn't grab it. Can he really grab monarchy and code of laws? It's 3 civil actions. Increase pop. He can do that, but that's not cheap for him. We want 12 CAs this turn? Yeah, me too. But I think we have to be careful with our civil actions. Like getting the extra food early is great. So yeah, it's a little bit weird, but there's still the theocracy. And this makes it harder for him. Also not that easy for him. Code and monarchy. He also wants 20 civil actions this turn. Breakthrough, engineering genius, monarchy, code of laws. All very strong cards. So if he goes for monarchy and code, we might get the engineering genius. Then we're also happy. Or maybe even aren't that happy, but it's a good compensation. Especially because code is on 2, that's important. If we grab the monarchy and he gets code for 1, okay, you see he wants the engineering genius and we get the code. No. And I don't think, I mean, he might have the science for monarchy still, but us getting the code, getting the first iron. Do we even want the early? We don't need the early Acropolis now. We don't even need Acropolis at all. We probably still want to finish it. Yeah, the problem is theocracy is on 2, so this makes it... Could give him the first iron. Keep the theocracy as an option for us. I mean, his hand is pretty full. He can use the engineering genius and go for iron next turn, both in the same. Nah, that's too strong. That's too strong for him. I need to grab the iron. Is he asking? Hi chat. Why does the ranking reset? I guess because people need progression. I think it's good that the ladder resets. I mean, I don't know if he criticizes, if he doesn't like it, but with that question, maybe he does. Okay, we'll finish that. Go for printing presses. Okay, we have a lot of rocks. Yeah, see how important it was that he didn't get the first iron. It was pretty important. So like this and then iron. Yeah, iron next turn, that's great. Hopefully there's no reds. There's also the problem of being weaker. They can always do this. We don't have a tactic, so we can't go Zizka. Isabella would be fine, but Joan of Arc is also not bad here. But getting weaker is bad. Let's do this then. It's not a perfect turn, but... I'm a wise DJ. It'd be less fun if every new player had to fight their way to the top and then they can kind of stagnate and stay there. Yeah, exactly. It can be... I mean, if you come new to the ladder and you see these people with rankings and you see, okay, they've been there on the top since a year now, it's easier to just say, oh, it's the new season, that's motivating, I want to play again, I want to see how high I can get this season. Because Isabella, he needs even more rocks or what? Okay, you will go for military. This game isn't going so super well, I think. We're having some problems. Theology with Joan of Arc has some value, yes. But do we want to rely on that for happy faces? There's Darwin, there's Marlene, there's Pierre. We are not in a military race, and I think in a military race where you need all the happy faces, theology can be good, but the two civil actions, grabbing it and developing it, that's where the biggest problem is, so I think not. This is a good card, Hussars. I guess I could have denied him the bread and circus. Yeah, I'm not too concentrated at the moment. Which is fine, it's the start of the new season, we're in Bronze League anyway. When should we take it relaxed, if not today? If not on the new year and in Bronze League. You like my tactics? Oh, you're a horse fan? Yeah, horses are great. That's what we have here, Reign of Terror. At least we have food production. Vlada doesn't bless you, didn't give you the red tactics. It's easy, just draw them. Historic territory on top. That is interesting. We give him the historic territory and then play the terrorism. Is that greedy? I mean, yes, it is greedy, but I think that's fun. Playing around terrorism is fun. Let's do it. Then let's act as if we wanted it. Okay, he has to think. I mean, could have even sent more, but I really don't know how high he would value this. If he would send 3 rocks, maybe that's what he bids. 1 warrior, 3 rocks. So I could have gone a little bit higher, play 1 card. But on the other hand, now I definitely don't want to win that with the terrorism being in there. Okay, so 1 rock for him. That is cheap for him. Yeah, maybe I should have bid 1 more and take some rocks away from him, but it's always hard to say if you should do that or not. I mean, he wants to go for Suez. But if he wants to go for Suez, then let him go for Suez. He has enough rock production with the Machu Picchu. What he needs is time. Yeah, I don't think he has 3 civil actions for the Suez Canal here. Then drama can be nice. There is Marlena, after all. You like Machu and Isabella? I don't know, at some point it's just too many rocks, perhaps. Okay, this is the territory where I can definitely bid more. All in. His Machu is pretty weak. Yeah, his Machu is pretty weak, but maybe we can. Or maybe he's probably going to upgrade that this turn. Go for the iron, build 1 and upgrade 1 irrigation. All of a sudden it's a lot better. Weak Acropolis versus weak Machu. Yeah, pretty weak Acropolis. Giving us 1 extra philosophy. Okay, so leaders are showing up. Darwin, not an option right now. Cook, nah. Catherine, Nobel could be an option here. We don't have that much science. On the other hand, we have Joan of Arc for the military action right now. There's also strategy. Peasant, you remember when you were mocked openly for saying Acropolis was good? Yeah, you just were ahead of your time. If you would be playing nowadays, you would be fit right into the meta. Nah, he can't go for Suez Canal here. He has too many rocks already, especially if he goes for the upgrade. You guys are visionaries. Yeah, what is your next vision? What do you see? Nostradamus, what do you see? What will be the next great card? Yeah, people hated Acropolis. It was one of the worst rated wonders. By me, for example, I didn't like it. I mean, you always had these games where it was okay, but yeah, you never really felt like it was great. Theology going meta. Yeah, maybe that's the next one. I mean, Theology. I mean, it would be a fun card if that became the meta. There's only 1 of those. Okay, it does go for Nobel. Yeah, Roman Roads was considered the best, and still I think it definitely can be considered the best. Yeah, those. Ooh, what do I see here? Knowledge of the Ancients on top. And we need exactly 2 signs, so we have to play something here. I think we're gonna play the refugees. Yeah, I still wouldn't necessarily say that Acropolis is the best one now. Roman roads and library are still very good. Pyramids are still very solid. I guess I should grab the cannon. Yeah, if we get the fortifications, we're gonna regret not having them, and in general, they're still pretty good. This is the time when he starts messing up. I mean, I'm not seeing it yet. He's still very solid with Nobel. It sucks for him that his iron is getting more and more delayed. He probably has to go for monarchy now. He can do both actually, monarchy and iron on the same turn. Yeah, Colosseum is a little bit weird. Colosseum favors the military, the early military playstyle, which can be super fun. Colosseum and Barbarossa are one of the most fun combos in the early game, but we don't see that much. We see early culture race, early resources, and not as much military. So I think Colosseum doesn't fit the current meta as much. Okay, now he's going for rocks. A lot of rocks. Rebellion on top. Okay, we have to be careful. Then we should probably build a drama this turn to avoid the rebellion. Breakthrough seems good. One frugality as well. Maybe build one more drama. Start the culture race. I mean, it's not too threatening. We have strategy. We have good rock production. So I'm not too afraid of him. We have a tactic, not the very best, but a pretty good one. Yeah, Jim, I got there first. I have the advantage of being able to speak freely and not having to type everything. Colosseum is also good defensively, yes, but no one is going for military, so... I mean, not no one, but the whole meta is not as aggressive, so if you want to defend but no one is attacking you, the defensiveness doesn't give you that much. Of course, that's very simplifying it by a lot. Colosseum is still a good wonder, but maybe not quite as good as the others. He's pushing cannons. I'm really gonna regret terrorism, yeah, 100%. Yeah. It felt like such a good move. I mean, maybe it didn't. Maybe it was stupid from the beginning. Wave is great. What about the next leader? We have to be careful here. Maybe Darwin. What do you guys think about Darwin? And yeah, there's a problem of the happy face. Darwin is pretty strong. I think we definitely go Darwin. Maybe not this time. Or we push. We could also just push into the rebellion now that we have all the happy faces. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Perhaps with the crime wave. Or a territory. We have more military actions, so inhabited. Yeah, let's go inhabited. Here's a suggestion. Perhaps you would want to analyze the game afterwards, unless you want to push on increasing ranking, of course. I mean, I'm analyzing while we're doing this, kind of, right? I mean, also analyzing his moves, of course. I think that up to this point it's going great for him. I mean, I would have liked to see the iron a little bit earlier, if he could have managed to do that. Especially first the iron and then the irrigation. He has too much food at the moment. He has can build another cannon. Okay. Prosperity. Yeah. We don't know. Okay, Dark Ages is fine. Okay, this also changes things. If we get the riflemen, they are still there. That would be great. Maybe just patriotism and reserves. They are super expensive here, but we need rocks. We have the culture lead, we need rocks. Yeah, there's terrorism now, but he can only destroy one of these small, dramas. They are fine. We take all the yellow cards from the board, so he's not gonna have as many. There we go, so an aggression. Luckily we can defend. Do I want to play economic progress? I'd rather go for the strategic territory, perhaps. Yeah, if we have navigation, if I go for that, strategic territory next turn could be great. We have 2 territories in the next deck. You used to think Hanging Gardens was the best HA wonder. Alright. But I remember when I learned this game, I also thought Moses was a great leader. And Hanging Gardens was great because it gave you food, and that always... Food and happiness were always the biggest issues when you're new to the game. Because you need those, and they are kind of hard to get. What we need now is an early Marlena, hopefully. That would be nice. Help with the happy face solution. Or be the happy face solution. Just have the right cards. This is a great solution to any problem in the game, yeah. Your friend thinks Moses is amazing because you can push a ton of population for cheap. Yeah, I mean that is also kind of true. Moses isn't completely bad. If you get a good replacement leader for him, just push out a couple of population early, save 3 or 4 food, have extra population for everything, and then get a new leader that also does something. Yeah, the buff to Hanging Gardens, the food, kinda meh. When you first started playing, you didn't realize you could have unhappy workers, so you thought you always, okay. You didn't know you could just have unhappy workers be the replacement for the happy face. Then yeah, you definitely would want those happy face leaders. I'm gonna push here. We get the terrorism, but we get it out of the way. One solution here is to just go for Churchill. We get our happy face back. and then play the navigation. And we can't defend. That's an issue. And then the other question is if we need extra happy faces. So we could also go for organized. But I still like Churchill here. Don't use the wave, use the patriotism instead. Still can't defend. Oh no, we can defend. Yeah, then this works perfectly. Being able to defend. Getting the happy face solution. I mean, the diplomacy, yeah, the diplomacy has terrorism now. We can just destroy that immediately. Okay, that is not good then. But we kind of need a happy face solution anyway. And navigation is also pretty strong. Maybe it has to be this. Maybe it has to be this. I mean, we have too much population in urban buildings anyway. Because we don't get any extra population. Only with inhabited, and we need to win that. Yeah, I think it kind of has to be this. Population and competition, okay. So having 2 HA1ers is a bad idea. If I get the chance to have 2 HA1ers, I always take it because HA1ers are all decent. Hard to say if it's a bad idea. It really depends. Sometimes it's just too early and then the second HA1er will be very much delayed. We're probably not going to win this. I really need to win this. Let's say he has 2 H2 cards. So 6 is pretty easy for him. It can go up to 8. These warriors are not really worth a lot. 6 is perfect. I mean, not perfect. Perfect would be 4 or 5. 6 is fine. We have the wave, we have Churchill. Where are more happy face coming from? Hope for pro sports. Well, yeah, kinda that. Or, as we just did, win the inhabited. If we hadn't won that, it would have been hard. But we have Acropolis, so could have just built a couple of extra religions, something like that. And yeah, we don't need them now. That worked out fine. Population's also great now. Yeah, great that we won this territory. But he didn't draw too many military actions. He didn't draw too many cards because of his military actions. So yeah. He skipped this complete draw in this first H3 drawing phase. Because he built he played an aggression and built a warrior. Oh, and he played his card that he played. Alright, yeah. So not sure about building the extra warrior again. I mean, he could have just saved the military action. Maybe he would have had corruption. But still, the extra warrior doesn't have too much value. And you lose 1 card draw. Hard to give any kind of general advice for this game because it's always so situational. Yeah, if you want to learn through the ages, I mean, you always want general advice, but the problem is you basically can't get it because it's nothing is certain. Nothing can be said so generally. Okay, he's gonna get Pierre next turn. He's gonna have great culture production. Luckily, we are ahead by quite a bit. Strategic. I mean, I just played the impact of population. He didn't send 6 last time. He sent 6 last turn. That is Cannon, Aurora, and 1 card. If he has a new one now, he can go up to 9. But 6 is hard for him. Yeah, okay, he got a new card. Or he's sending more for this one. But with the population, I couldn't send all the warriors. At somewhere there, that would lose the value. Okay, 3 warriors is expensive for. I mean, it's a pretty good deal for him maybe, but input of population is gonna hurt then. Hey, get in. Seeing 5 H3 cards is so valuable. Yeah, that's true though. That's definitely true. Luckily, we still have the wave. So what do we need? These 2 reserves. Play the wave. Rebuild. That nice drama. Engineering Genius is great. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, leave the Air Force. Oh, there's refugees. Ooh. Yeah, then I want an extra rifleman. And this gives me 1 population next turn, but there's prosperity where we get 5 food anyway. So yeah, this is basically perfect using the reserve for that. You might have the fortifications. Please, why not refugees? It was 50-50 for the refugees. That would have been great. Okay, what are the wonders? Hollywood could work. Empire State. United Nations. Okay. Revolutionary Idea has a lot of value. And he doesn't have that many civil actions, so for him there's super important military theory, there's Revolutionary Idea, there's Air Force. He has a lot of food, he needs to, or he can't pop once. Maybe build cannon. This game is interesting. We have the culture lead. That's maybe what will carry us to the win here. And he can't completely ignore military. He can go for Pierre, that will give him a lot of extra culture production. Maybe Pierre, increase port, build 1 more brand service, give him 6 extra culture production. But then he's at 15, we at 13 with Churchill. That's not enough to catch up. And then we still have the military threat. And then maybe a wonder. But we both can get a wonder. So here it's kind of tough for him. He could also win military, but he needs the military theory for that. Which he can do. But then he also needs to grab the Air Force. If he grabs the Air Force, he also has to grab Pierre or he will be gone. Yeah, tough turn for him. This is the make or break turn for him. He has to find a good solution to set up for a win. Because right now, if it continues like this, he's not gonna win. Military theory, Air Force, so no Pierre for him. Okay, full military. It's gonna be a full military race. And then he's probably going for Marlena as well. Sadly, we haven't run a new tactic or anything like that. I think then I should also use the rocks from Churchill now. this. We still have enough for 2 Air Forces next turn, and then I should try to end the game as quickly as possible. So grab the communism. One reserves for food. Yeah, we could go for food. On the other hand, I'm thinking if we go full military, I can easily just destroy the philosophies. So I want to maximize my possible rocks. And the 1 reserve could be the difference between having another cavalryman for the army and not. And he's not looking too threatening. He gets 1 army plus air force, but after that it becomes hard. I don't think he has enough. And we still have reserves for food next turn if you want to. If you like 2022, here's a sequel, 2022 2. Nice, yeah. Hopefully it's a little bit better than the original one. I mean, sequels sometimes suck, but sometimes they're also better than the original. So let's hope for that. Modern is also interesting, yeah. On the other hand, I don't even know if we have the time for that. We would need 4 modern infantry. Refugees is nice. Yeah, I also don't think he has the time. He needs Air Force, military theory. I mean, maybe he can get 2 armies or position without air forces and then plus military theory. But even that is pretty expensive. He has 12 plus 4, 16 rocks. There's another 4, 20 rocks. I mean, 20 rocks is 1 army. And then it's 8 production, so 1 more rifleman. So maybe. It's a lot of technology to research despite only having 3 science a turn. Well, he has 8 science a turn. Let's not talk him smaller than he is. He has 8 science production. And he has that revolutionary ideas, so 14 plus 8 is 22. But that's not quite enough. Needs 1 more science. Oof. Culture is interesting in last position. And we could even go for democracy. Democracy for 10 is a great deal. But yeah, he has Marlene, right? So he fulfills that. And he goes culture now. Okay. Competition perhaps? Yeah, competition. I mean, I also can threaten military myself, right? We have the war in hand. Let's play competition. Harmony 12 to 20. Ooh, that was one of his even. And there's also population. Can I just go for democracy? I mean, there's not that many rocks here, honestly. We grab the patriotism away. I mean, we miss out on the air forces possibility, but he can't go for war next turn. I mean, no, he can't. Can go for 1 air force. We can go for a lot of horses. I mean, not that many horses. We only have 3 MAs. Just 8 plus 9 is 17. He gets also 17. So he can go for war, but that will not win it for him. Know what we do? I think this is what we do. Oh, and we have patriotism, so one more. Yeah, that's correct. Then 6, 7. 6, 7 plus 8 is... Okay, I need to use Churchill, I think. Yeah, with this move I don't need this culture from Churchill anyway. And then we can take enough cards to end the age next turn. So this is his last chance for a war. And I think we can build... We have 10 rocks here, we have 4, or we have 8 in hand, and then 3 from Churchill, so 20 rocks. And 20 rocks is 4 cavalrymen, which is 12 plus 8, 20, so 54, right? Yeah, I think we can go up to 54. Whew, yeah, that was a lot of math to do, but I think I found a good way. And also ending it with the perfect, the dream. 5 dramas, looks so nice. My citizens are really into drama and gossip. Yeah, drama is really that kind of thing. And horses, they like horses a lot. And this is a nice parade. Let's see, no war from him. And then for our last move, we are winning culture right now, so I will play a bit of culture. I mean, I can also play a bit of happiness. That's also fine at the moment. And then last turn, a bit of culture. Wonders, 12 to 5. And then I guess we go United Nations for 12. Internet for 13. Okay, state, not quite as much. Maybe internet even. Can even complete it this turn. We will have corruption anyway, unless we have the internet, go for computers. No, can't go for this turn. I mean, we might draw a new impact, so let's go for United Nations. Of pop 8 to 20. Yeah, these impacts are also wrecking him. Wonderful, you're wonderful, Lemmy. So that is a nice wonder, yeah. Wonderful is the best wonder. Yeah, he has 16 rocks. He can't build another multimedia unless he goes. I mean, he could go fundamentalism, but I guess he's going internet here. Internet is pretty good for him. And then we haven't drawn a new impact, sadly, so we will play a bit of culture. And United Nations. Yeah, I guess I should have grabbed internet. The corruption would have not been a problem, really. Oh, and I should have grabbed computers, so we could make better... No, right, that doesn't matter here. So I think we managed to get a win here. The early game was really interesting. He did have a good setup with pyramids and Machu Picchu. For my taste, I don't know if the printing presses were the correct thing. He delayed his iron by a little bit too much. I don't remember completely how it went, but he first had irrigation and printing presses before the iron. Also, Isabella helped with corruption, but if he'd gone maybe for Saladin to get the extra civil actions, he wouldn't have had corruption anyway. So I don't know, when you already produced so many rocks from the Machu, if he should have gone for Isabella. And yeah, no, in the end game, it was a tough position for him. In the end game, being behind in culture, not being able to mass military enough, losing a lot of population for the territories. Yeah. And the multimedias are great, but he's still only at 12 production while we have 15. Dramas are really strong when you have the population for those. And for us, the saving thing was definitely the inhabited territory. That was very, very strong. Takes the movies away, takes the computers away. Doesn't even finish his wonder. Oh, he could have finished it, right? With the architecture. Let's skip here. I mean, I can also just play it, right? We still are ahead. I can go with the engineering, and then the United Nations will live up 12, still 12. Oh, yeah. In impacts, competition. Doesn't really matter too much. GG, yes, hey Jakub, GG indeed. Bloody right.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
GG and Happy New Year.
Jim, thank you very much, and again, Happy New Year to you as well, and thank you for 21 months of your continued support. Really much appreciated, and we're coming up to that two-year anniversary soon, so hopefully we will reach that. But yeah, this is game number 2 already. This year is going great. See you next time, Jake Black. Have a nice year, and see you next time. Hey Togrick, any advice for you? Well, I tried to sum it up a little bit. I think you had a good setup with the Machu Picchu and pyramids, but I think you delayed the iron a little bit too much. And your leader, Isabella, when you already had extra resource production. I don't know when Saladin was there, if you could have gone for Saladin. But yeah, those I think are the most important parts. Trying to get the iron out earlier, and a different leader. She didn't really fit you. And then in the last turn, yeah, forgetting, but at that point it was over. And then in general, H3 is hard to judge. Oh,